The Jelruka revealed that Vethug Wintermind carved a great cleft through the Grey Mountains as he fell wounded from battle. Now Dory and company seek to prove that the great Cold Drake who slew King Dayan the First has truly met his doom.
Before we do that, let's see what's on this little piece of paper.
You spoke of a survivor of the Elder Days, a great cold dragon, Remil Frostheart. Terrible in size and might, Remil had slain the Longbeards of the Steel Keep, and now slumbered atop their hordes. It was she you desired above all.
Oh, fun. Hello, Noth. Pineleaf, Dory, Glowing, and Bofer have traveled deeper into the rift on foot. It grows narrower and more treacherous ahead, and so I offer to tend to the goats. Of course, that was not the only reason Dreary and I remained behind. We stout axes are hardy dwarves, but we are not accustomed to such cold weather. But I think these Longbeards would not feel so at home on the plains of Dora Marth. In truth, I feel a sense of dread in the shadows of the Grey Mountains. It is nothing more than a feeling, I think, but there is something about this place that has left me uneasy. It has been some time. You should go ahead and see what's keeping the others. Probably some sort of battle, right? Into what there says, but tread with caution. I suppose we could tread with caution. And find out if there are any more of these pages up ahead. Ooh, maybe I better pull out my cloak and boots. Yeah, alright. Yeah, I see what he means about it being cold up here. And yes, the Longbeards are a little bit more accustomed to it, I'm sure. Since they have all these northern holds. And they're trying to claim some that are even more northernly. Ooh. Well. Let's see. Blood? Interesting. Hello there, Dory. I do not like the look of this. Either we have been deceived by the Zaruka, or Vithug was not as wounded as he appeared to be. There is no mistaking that Vithug tore this rift in the foothills of Winterstith, but it is where he has gone that concerns me. Do you see these marks on the earth? I first thought nothing of them, but there are signs of battle here among the fallen stones of Winterstith. Unless the great cold drake battled only against rocks and ice as they fell, some other foe must have come to this place. I know few who could withstand the might of Vithug Wintermind, and so I fear that this is the work of Karasgar. I have to admit that I agree with you on that score. Perhaps you can uncover the truth of what happened here, Pineleaf. I can do that. I think we have seen enough, Dory. The great cold drake is gone. That's all we need to know. Well, perhaps that is true, Glowing, but we will wait until Pineleaf has taken a look at the mess. I suppose we could do that. Oh, some of these things. Didn't we see some of these things over in the Withered Heath? Shards of ice on the ground, alright. Vithug Wintermind. Yeah, he was probably here. Blood? Is that dragon blood, I wonder? No, it's rust. Karasgar. Only Karasgar, the Weeping Warrior, could have left this behind. Yes. So Karasgar was here. Vithug Wintermind is here. But who would have shot a black arrow? A black arrow? I wonder if Karazgar stole a black arrow from Dale, maybe? Oh no! They was shot by black arrows. That's right, he fled. He fled after being shot by black arrows and during the battle at Erebor. Of course. Rust and Rhyme. It's as I feared, Pineleaf. Was Vitu slain by Karazgar's hand? Or did the weeping warrior find some crueler purpose for the great cold drake? If Vithig Wintermine lives still, he will not have forgotten the hurts done to him by the Longbeards and Bardings. We must go. Let us return to the others. There will be time enough to tell them what we have learned. Yes, this isn't good. At least I don't think it's good. Well, let's hope that... What do we do? The king under the mountain must hear of this. Well, we are too few numbered to hunt the cold drake, and too far from Erebor to deliver a warning. Yeah? Perhaps Karazgar has finished our task for us. After all, he is a dutiful collector of dragon's bones. Or perhaps Vitig devoured him whole. Until we have found Nori, it matters not. So that's our next task then, is to find Nori. I hear footfalls up ahead. Hold! Malek and Vosdo. Well. I wonder what they want. What have we here? 3 old Longbeards and you, Warden. I never forget a face. Who are you and who are these Longbeards? What business do you have in the Grey Mountains? Uh-oh. I am Dory, and these are my companions, Glowing, Beef Bofer, and Pineleaf. You speak true. We are old dwarves, nothing more. Speak for yourself, Dory. We have set out on one last great adventure to search for the lost heirlooms of our forefathers. But what of Pineleaf and the 2 Cambrata with whom you ride? Cambrata? I do not understand. Do you speak of Noth and Dreary? Yes, the stout axes, filthy boar whisker dwarfs, lick spittles to the Witch King. Silence! It is true that old wills still linger between the Khanabra and the Zaroka. Our peoples once warred over the wealth of Ered Kernin, but that was long ago. All that remains of the Cambrata is a line thin of blood and beard. They are no enemies of mine. Is that so? You have spoken much, but still we know nothing of you. Very well. I am Ignor, son of Vikun II, the brother of King Otek VII. It was the will of my father before he died that Domech be reclaimed. That is my charge. It is a noble one, Ingor. May you find what you seek. As for my companions to me, I think it is best that we continue on our journey. Do you plan to travel the dark road? Even now the Menagroon is fraught with peril. For nothing in return, I can give you safe passage to the old Longbeard fortress of Skarnhald. I believe you'll find what you seek there. Do you accept my offer? I have a feeling that's take it or something worse. Listen to me, Pineleaf. Do you not think I chose my words to make a fool of myself? The prince seems wiser than his kinfolk, but I do not trust these Zaruka. If they make for Domech, then they make for Thikogundu, and the Zaruka do not share the spoils of delvings and war. If Ingor was to learn that our path also leads to the Steel Keep, I do not think we would find him so friendly much longer. I believe the only way this can be settled without spilling of dwarf blood is to accept Ignor's offer of passage to Skarnhald. All right. You are fortunate, Ingor, son of Vikun, that I have not judged you by the harsh words of your companions. Were that so, I would be forced to reject your offer as any proud dwarf would. I accept your offer, Ignor, son of Vikun. Let us ride to Skarnhald. Then let us depart. What's the plan now, Dory? We have a ride, Pineleaf. It may be named Skarnhald in the common tongue, but I know it as Tharanzar. I know well the history of Tharakshar, but I must appear to be an old dwarf, frail of mind, to Ingor and his kinfolk, at least for now. These walls of stone and azurite, they were wrought by the Longbeards, so I cannot contest it. These Saruka have no claim to this fortress. I have seen more unfriendly glances fall upon our stout-axed companions, and so I think we should press at once. We have rested. Yes, I have not forgotten that Zarak Flintai spoke of a company of Longbeards in Tharakzar. He may have spoken half-truths of Vitlu Wintermind, but who can say what will be find here? Let's see what we have. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. I never thought to see Tharksar with my own eyes. Long ago, these mountains were rich and little explored, Pineleaf, but in his wisdom, Thorn the First reshaped them into the dwarf kingdom of Grarik. It flourished for a time, and great wealth was found beneath the peaks of the Grey Mountains. But that very wealth proved to be the doom of Garik. Drawn by a powerful greed, it was the dragons of the wastes beyond that laid siege to Grarik. First fell Ablakadar, the storm wall, and its forges were extinguished. Second fell Thargzar, and its keep was shattered. Third fell Aglambazar, the great Glimmerdeep, and it was there Shmog the Golden made his lair. Last fell Thikogundul, the steel keep and seat of Grarik. And I need not name the great cold drake who slew King Dian the First and his son Frar, among with countless others. The dwarf kingdom of Grarik was no more. I tell you this so you understand, Pineleaf. Skarnhald belongs to Durin's folk. Are there any other Longbeards here in the remnants of Grarik? If Zadok Flinty had not spoken true, gold will be the least of his troubles. Well, we have to find out. The remnants of Grarik. Find dwarves of Nori's expedition around here. Well, that'll be fun. Are there any of them around here anywhere? Well, none there. Hello there.
A glorious day!
Well now, I remember you. Did we briefly speak of dragons in Erebor and not too long ago? Yes, that was what I thought. I have come to Erit Mithrin seeking lost history and knowledge. There is much of dwarf cultures buried here and the mountains. I suspect that even this fortress, Skarnhold, has hold of some secrets yet. Have a look around, and perhaps you'll find something that the Zoruka have not. Wow. Well, looks like we've got at least one Longbeard in the area.
Long live Thorin Stonehelm!
Hey!
Under the mountain!
Here you are, you and I, Pineleaf, among strange mountains and stranger dwarves. Though in truth, we Longbeards have histories with both. But that is a thing of scrolls of more than living memory. Of course, I am a lore master, and know many tales from scrolls. Would you like to hear such a one? It is known as the Tale of Boring. You see, Durin's folk have also dwelled here, at the end of the chain of the mountains of Gundabad, where Durin first awoke. But this tale takes place long after that, when our home was in Fikogundul, and our king was dying the first. The dragons had gone quiet, and search was made for their whereabouts, for the dwarves distrusted the strange stillness. Thror, Dain's eldest son, searched the storm wall, but found no dragon. Gror, his second, scoured Winterstith, and found none. Only Dain's brother, Boring, had fortune, ill or fair, within the deeps of the Glimmerdeep, where he came upon the fearsome dragon Etterfang, asleep. Wasting not a moment or breath, he took his great spiked mace and began a furious assault. Dazed from the sleep, the dragon must have thought a host of dwarves assailed her. Gravely wounded, maimed, and bleeding, she threw Boring across the cavern, and when he arose, she was gone. Boring returned, having lost his quarry. Whether Etterfang lived or not, stayed or fled, none can say. If you should go to the Glimmerdeep mine, Pineleaf, you might look for signs of either dragon or horde, and take notes of this journal here. How glad I should be to extend the tale. Right. Well, this one's obviously a Zoruka. Hello. Boring. Let's see.
There is much to be done.
You, Cheesenick, stranger. You wish to be useful? We are cold. Too cold for the mountain heights. No, such cold where we have come from. And besides, travel has worn our clothing bare. Nor are we swift at hunting like you, Warden. Will you gather hides from deer to keep us warm? Deer hides. Okay. lots of stuff to do here. What else?
We are not strangers here. Not truly.
Yes. Did you know, Kinsek, the river and stream hold secrets to what lies hidden under stone? Do you not believe me? Take these panning things and see for yourself. You will not find the fabled realm of Thafargathol, but then, if you are not an utter drac, you may find something of value or of use. Right? And 3 rivers you will find here, or so the old tales tell. Grayleen, Forest, and Heath. Go then and see what you can find. Grayleen, Forest, and Heath. There's a river called Heath and a river called Forest. Okay.
We seek Domdobru, a true home.
Why would you come here, outsider? You are no Zoruka. Surely you have some home? If you mean us harm, though you be mighty, the Narad will turn their axes on you at once. You will be outnumbered. You will regret the day. Or are you hoping for some wealth? Long-lost dwarf treasure? Know that we have ancient claim on this land, and the treasures are ours. However, perhaps you might win some small share by lending a hand. Even now, I am putting together a survey of the Glimmerdeep, a delve we mined once long ago. Help are in our preparations, and perhaps you'll be permitted to join the expedition. Go collect surveying equipment and expeditionary supplies. The surveying equipment is given to our surveyors, the supplies packed in bags, then we will talk. Right. What else?
We are not strangers here. Not truly.
Have you heard of the fabled underground realm, the Fargathol, the Grey Citadel? No dwarf has ever found it, but the lost realm is said to exist somewhere in these northern mountains. I have brought a moon letter from the east with me. It is said that this letter contains a clue to the location of the Fargathol. The tale goes, it is a great dwarf finds the stave of Viluk Zamak. The path to the Fargathol will become clear. If a great dwarf finds the stave of Viluk Zamak. Yes, here, you may borrow the moon letter if you would like. I am at an end with this riddle. I am no closer to finding the stave now than I was before we came to Erit Mithrin. Right. And that's it? Okay, good. Whew. And I've only just begun to search. Will we find those dwarves of Nori's expedition? Will we be able to successfully complete these tasks? Perhaps we'll make a dent in some of them in the next episode of Pineleaf in the Northern Kingdoms.